Hey, I don't believe it's by chance that you've come across this video. In fact, I believe this is a sign from God. Maybe you've been praying for a breakthrough, asking for direction, or wondering how to unlock financial success in your life. Well, today might just be the answer you've been looking for. I'm going to share with you the 5 Bible verses that helped me go from struggling to thriving financially. These aren't just random scriptures. I applied them in my life, step by step, and they completely transformed the way I view wealth, money, and success. If you're serious about leveling up and walking in the abundance that God has for you, stick with me because these verses are going to change your mindset and your life, just like they did for me. Verse 1, Proverbs 13:11. Wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it. Let me tell you, this verse has been a game changer for me when it comes to building wealth. It's one of the key reasons I've been able to achieve financial success, and I believe it can do the same for you if you take its message seriously. The principle here is simple. Don't chase quick money. Instead, focus on building wealth gradually, with patience and discipline. I used to think the fastest way to get rich was to find that one big opportunity, maybe hit a jackpot, invest in the right stock, or find a business idea that would blow up overnight. But what I learned through this verse is that wealth that comes quickly usually fades just as fast. Here's how it played out in my life. When I first started trying to grow my income, I was tempted by all kinds of get-rich-quick schemes. I wasted time and money on things that promised fast returns, but nothing really stuck. I didn't see real progress until I started applying the lesson from this verse, gather little by little. I focused on saving a small portion of what I earned, making wise investments, and being consistent over time. Think of it this way. A friend of mine once won a large sum of money. At first, it seemed like he was set for life. He bought flashy things, lived large, but within a few years, most of it was gone. He hadn't developed the habits or discipline to manage that wealth, and it slipped away just as quickly as it came. In contrast, I started small. I didn't get rich overnight, but by consistently working, saving, and investing wisely, my wealth grew steadily over time. And look, it wasn't easy. There were times I wanted to take shortcuts, to look for fast solutions. But this verse reminded me to stay focused on the long game. Over time, that steady accumulation of wealth, what I gathered little by little, is what made the biggest difference. If you're young and trying to figure out how to build wealth, remember this. It's about consistency, discipline, and patience. Don't worry about becoming a millionaire overnight. Instead, start with what you have. Invest in yourself, make smart financial decisions, and trust the process. Verse 2, Proverbs 4:33-34. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come upon you like a robber, and want like an armed man. Let me tell you, this verse hit me hard when I realized how much it applied to my own journey toward financial success. This verse taught me that laziness and procrastination are some of the biggest enemies to achieving wealth. It's not just about physical rest, but also about being passive or delaying action on your goals. The truth is, every time I put off working on an idea or ignored an opportunity because it felt like too much work, I was setting myself up to struggle financially. For a while, I didn't even realize it was happening. I'd say, I'll get to it tomorrow, or I'm just too tired right now. And then days, weeks, and months would go by with no progress. But this verse shook me. I had to make a decision. Either I could stay comfortable, taking it easy, or I could push myself, get uncomfortable, and start doing the work that would lead to financial freedom. Here's how this played out for me. There were times when I had great ideas for projects, investments, or new streams of income, but I would delay acting on them. I'd convince myself I needed more time to rest or think it through. But what ended up happening? Nothing. The opportunities slipped away and I remained stuck. Once I understood this verse, I made a commitment to stop procrastinating. If I had an idea, I acted on it. If I needed to learn something, I put in the work. I stayed focused, even when it was tough. That shift in mindset, refusing to let a little sleep or a little slumber take over, was a huge factor in my financial success. If you want to build wealth, you have to be willing to put in the effort. The opportunities won't wait for you, and poverty can creep up faster than you think if you're not careful. Repeat after me. I will not let laziness steal my success. I will put in the work, and God will bless the effort. Write that in the comments and declare it over your life. Verse 3, Proverbs 5. The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty. This verse became a guiding principle for me as I worked toward financial success. It taught me that wealth doesn't just come from working hard. It comes from planning wisely and staying diligent with that plan. Let me explain how this verse worked in my life. Early on, I was all about working hard, but I wasn't being smart with how I managed my time or my money. I was moving fast, jumping into projects without really thinking them through, hoping they'd turn into quick profits. But the reality, most of them didn't work out because I didn't have a solid plan. I was being hasty, and that led to missed opportunities and financial setbacks. This verse changed my approach completely. I learned to slow down, create a plan, and stay focused. I started mapping out my goals, budgeting, and being intentional with my investments. And once I did that, I noticed a shift. It wasn't about rushing to get rich. It was about steadily working a good plan, trusting that diligence leads to abundance. For example, instead of trying to make a quick buck by jumping on trends, I committed to long-term investments, stuck with them, and saw them grow over time. That's how wealth is built. It's not about shortcuts. It's about staying committed to the process. So here's my advice. Take the time to plan, stay diligent, and trust the process. When you have a clear direction and stick with it, abundance will follow. Don't rush. Good things take time. Verse 4, Luke 6:38. Give, and it will be given to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over, will be put into your lap. For with the measure you use, it will be measured back to you. Luke 6:38 is a powerful reminder of the principle of giving. It personally taught me that true wealth doesn't just come from earning or saving. It comes from giving. And I'm not just talking about money, but giving in every aspect of life: time, energy, and resources. When I first started on my journey to financial success, I was so focused on how to get ahead, grow my income, and make things work for me. But this verse made me realize that the key to unlocking abundance isn't just in what you take in, it's in what you give out. The more I gave, the more I saw blessings come back to me, often in ways I didn't expect. Let me give you an example. There were times when I was hesitant to give, especially when it felt like I didn't have much to offer. But every time I chose to give, whether it was donating to someone in need, helping a friend, or investing in others, I saw a return, and it came back greater than what I gave. This isn't just about money either. It's about being generous with everything. And the promise of this verse is powerful. With the measure you use, it will be measured to you. I learned that when you live with an open hand, not just hoarding what you have, but freely giving, blessings flow in ways you can't even imagine. God's abundance isn't limited, and when you trust Him with your resources and give generously, He gives back in overflowing ways. So if you're looking to grow, to be successful, to be blessed, I encourage you to adopt a giving mindset. Start giving and watch how God blesses you in return. Verse 5, Philippians 4:19. And my God will supply every need of yours according to His riches and glory in Christ Jesus. Lastly, Philippians 4 singing has been a cornerstone in my financial journey. It reminds me that God is the ultimate provider. No matter what happens in the economy, my career, or my business ventures, God will supply every need. This verse gave me peace, knowing that I didn't have to worry about the future. When you trust that God will provide, It eliminates fear. And when you're free from fear, you can make better decisions and take bold steps. Faith has been the foundation of my financial freedom. These 5 Bible verses shifted my mindset, gave me peace, and guided me towards success. They didn't magically make money appear, but they gave me the faith, discipline, and focus I needed to reach my goals. I encourage you to meditate on these verses, apply them in your life, and see how God will work in your journey. Whether you're striving for financial success, peace, or growth in another area, these principles will help. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more faith-based success stories and practical tips. Let me know in the comments which verse spoke to you the most and how you're applying in your own life. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.